Hey guys, so you may or may not know me. My name is Vanessa Buenrostro, and yeah, this is my speech. Okay. When you send a girl home from school because of what she's wearing is distracting or immodest towards boys, you are saying that hiding her body is more important than her education. You are telling her that making sure that boys have a distraction free education is more important than hers, and that boys are more entitled to an education than she is. A dress code is a set of rules of what clothing may or may not be worn at school, office, or restaurants. Everyone claims to want gender equality and that we are all the same, but how is this true if we can't even handle a child wearing leggings, right? Leggings. I thought we were all equal. Many people have the mindset that dress codes and uniforms are there to protect you, and while that might be the intention, to some people it comes off as a sexist rule that benefits boys, and it seems like when the dress code is made, they only think about boys and how they will react to girls and how their education will be affected, not how the girls' will be affected. In 2014, a middle school in Chicago decided that leggings are an acceptable attire and pants and shorts must be worn at the waist. This was so powerful that it sparked up a controversy with the parents of girls who were getting dress coded. The parents of one of the girls took this to heart and said, "This policy clearly shifts the blame for boys' behavior or lack of academic concentration directly to the girls. They basically said that administrators act like it's the girls' responsibility for the boys and whether or not they learn. This is unfair because for centuries, girls of all shapes and sizes have been shamed for what they wear and how they look, and especially for their education. And now it seems like instead of helping them with their self-esteem, people are making it worse. For example, nowadays instead of giving girls the education they deserve, girls are getting shamed for what they wear and it's affecting their education. And they are being told they have to leave and could possibly be distracting someone. Not only has this happened with children in middle school, but also in universities. A private university in Scotland named Bob Jones University says in their dress code rulebook that no shoulders, collars, arms, or legs may be shown on campus unless you're in your dorms. It also says that your clothes should be modest, but whose definition of modest is it? If dress code was violated, you will be put on probation, and if you kept violating it, it would result in suspension or expulsion from the school. Not only would this be embarrassing, but it would also take the girls' education from them just because staff believes they are being distracting. This is unfair because out of the whole handbook, it didn't say males had to fully cover up. I have had a personal experience with this type of discrimination where I was wearing a tank top that was more than 2 fingers wide, and I got dress coded and I was told to get out of the classroom and put something over it, whereas one of my peers didn't even have a shirt on and all the teacher said was, "He was playing sports, so leave him alone." This affected my education for that day and probably the rest of the week, maybe even till now. Not only because I had to leave to put on a sweater, but I couldn't even focus when I got back because of how angry and disappointed I was in my at school. So basically, it kept me from learning. Teachers might be trying to be equal, but they don't even realize they are doing this exact opposite without even noticing. Not only is this gender inequality affecting girls, and school faculty are failing to notice, but some boys are noticing and standing up for the girls, which is a good thing. A group of high school students in Clovis, California decided that dress code was unfair and, chose to protest against it by switching roles. Okay, this is basically where girls dress up as guys and guys dress up as girls. Not only were they standing up for girls' freedom of expression rights, but also theirs. The current dress code policy set in 1975 and applying to all schools in the district states that male haircuts may not fall below the midpoint of a standard stand-up shirt collar, and earlobes must be visible. It also states that earrings are not appropriate or acceptable for male students. Male students thought it was unfair that girls could wear their hair as long or short as they wanted and have earrings, but they couldn't. This is when, people are actually starting to notice that they are getting affected by something girls have been getting affected by for centuries. Along with this, the protest was also against strict dress code for girls, saying that they couldn't wear dresses and skirts that were a certain length. It was reported that no male students were disciplined for wearing dresses in class, though 2 girls were written up. The reason that the male students weren't written up for wearing skirts and dresses were because the dress code was only directed for girls, proving that not only is this affecting girls with their education by sending them out of class, but it is also giving the message that it is okay to shame girls. Overall, I believe that the intention of a dress code is good, but if it's not being enforced wisely, it could affect not only the school, but also the students in their education and their self-esteem. Yes, the intention is good, but I am pretty sure no girl would ever show up to school in short shorts and crop tops that show everything. I believe that girls should be able to wear anything they want without having to worry about who will be affected by it, because after all, we just want to be equal, right?